welcomes all of you to join this today workshop. So today workshop title is Beyond the Perimeter, Detecting Post-Authentication Threats with Graylog and ESET. So I'm Kenneth Low, CISSP, Technical Director of Original Singapore Limited. Okay, so let's get started. Can see, okay, good. So so there are a few topics covered today. We cannot see. Okay, so there will be mentioned a little bit about what is identity-based attack and what is the post-authentication threats, and how can we detect and response with ESET, MDR, and join with Graylog. Okay, try to not so. You guys want more technical or not so technical? I think not so technical, right? Yeah, the back say not so technical. These two guys say more technical. We can discuss later, right? We can drill down later. So we got a not so technical first, okay? More on use case situation, yeah. So this is a very old story. We're talking about it for years, but it's still applied. Why? Because we still having using the on-prem in the cloud terms, right? But actually, especially actually on SME, there's no perimeter at all anymore. Yeah, you can, of course, we have a office like here, but now we are using lots of cloud solutions, right? We don't host email by ourselves. Of course, there's still some small to medium or large company, they have own Exchange server for specific reason, but that can be like less than 1% of the company population. I think even they prefer go to Gmail or the ISP mail rather than host the mail server themselves, because there's too many problems a day to carry out those. So need not to say those file server, we don't have file server, you use cloud drive. We have many SaaS applications in the cloud. So to make our business run, we use lots of cloud solutions, right? So physically we still have office, but actually how we work on our company data's daily operations, it involves lots of cloud and other SaaS applications. So the perimeter is gone because you are not keeping all your data within your office, right? So that's the change rapidly over that, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years or 10 years. It depends how you see the things. But definitely nowadays, no one can escape from cloud and SaaS applications, right? Your mobile phone using lots of cloud. If you're using AI, no matter what you flow in, you are using cloud, right? Email, SaaS. So attackers found that it's much more easy to get in, to take your data, to compromise, to steal your identity, maybe from your endpoint, maybe from one of your SaaS application, or maybe from your cloud mail, other than the network. Yeah, because by default, most of us, our even home environment, we have a gateway. It has certain protection. They are not easy to get in, right? But as long as they can steal your credential, they can log into everything. So that's the change. So as I said, so how they attack, how to get your ads accounts. So first of all, number one, phishing email. So they send you a phishing email. Maybe there's a very attractive promotion, ask you to fill in some basic data, but before that, ask you to authenticate with your cloud mail, whatever. Like I think you have filled some Google form, right? So some Google form will ask you for authentication with Gmail account before you can fill in. Have you had this experience? Yeah. Have you imagined if in that case, if that form is fake, it's not from Google. It looks like a Google form, but it's just not a Google form. But you still authenticate. Will you steal your credential? Yes, definitely will. So there's such kind of phishing mail. There's so many different kind of tactics. Maybe, for example, send you I don't know, maybe a internal survey of a coming party where we go, choose what food you want to eat, something like that, right? And but that Excel or there's a Word file asks you to authenticate to run some certain program. Definitely you will say, if you think this is legitimate email and attachment, you will say yes, right? But that attachment or the Word file or Excel file actually it have a macro set. You allow it to run, then you steal your credential or your penetrate to your computer. So there's so many others like they hack into some less protected cloud server or SaaS applications, steal your credential and password. Even they are not encrypted well for your password. What they next try to try? Of course, try your cloud mail, cloud drive, if they share the same password, or they have somehow work around the MFA, the one-time password, or the authenticators, they still can get in. Okay, and actually for many users, they have to key in the one-time password or allow in the mobile phone apps many times a day, right? I am logging this, I'm logging that, I allow. That people start to tired on that, so they will just think this is legitimate. Yes, let's click yes. This is me. Yes, this is me. Okay, even it's Africa. Yes, this is me. But you are in Singapore. Yes, it's me. But of course not you. This is the hackers. Then your account being stolen. So that's how it works. There's so many tricks. So it is not that safe, even you have the MFA turned on, because we are human. Okay, we make mistakes. So hackers just need you one mistake in a million tries, then can take over your account. Okay, so that's how they works, how they steal your credential. So after steal your credential, what they do, of course, they try to log in your system, or even get into your PC and then try to run something and then move around for your cloud service or your on-prem network or your different SaaS application, and then try to steal your data. And then they may do ransomware, encrypt your files, copy your files, delete your files, and then send you ransom. They're not just target your local file server or Windows server or VM anymore. They can also start target your cloud drive. Once they encrypt it, they will just send you an email. Thank you for your attention. This is your amount of Bitcoin you need to pay before you get your data. Or they simply say, I have take over the control of your critical system. Please pay me this sum of Bitcoin. Yeah. So that's how it works. So after they get the access, they can do much more thing. And don't forget about it. From the point of view for your many security solutions, it's just a user activity because they log in with your account, right? So I'm Kenneth. So if someone stole my account, so they log into my account mail and then log into my Google Drive and then log into my, for example, the ordering system or the vendor portal. They can retrieve many things, retrieve my customer data, whatever, help me to place some orders, whatever. So that can be very dangerous. So there's also the similar timelines, yeah, storing data, encrypt, all sorts of things. So it's very dangerous because it's difficult to detect. So why it's so difficult to detect? First of all, we are not able to find out very easily if we are not having a good visibility. Okay, because we have endpoint, we have PC at the office, we have some log on the cloud service and different SaaS vendor. They are not unified. Okay, they are everywhere. So if you don't have a centralized place to gather those logs, you are difficult to differentiate. Okay, this activity is a real candidate doing that, or just someone act as candidate and do something bad. because we don't have correlations for those logs, and single log source may be difficult to have a good enough visibility and those patterns that we can analyze to know this is a real user, is that the pattern that user using do or what. So that's the number one problem, visibility. And the second one is operation layers. So modern security operation in a few different layers. So first of all, we have basic endpoint detections that usually we will have that. And then we will have a centralized place to do threat detection and response and provide visibility. So this is how we can usually work to get together. Now, so let's talk about how can we help you to find out and tackle these kind of problems. So first of all, even though we are having many SaaS wherever cloud solutions, but we still use computers, right? We still use endpoints. We still use our computer to check emails, responding email, open files to do our work, even or of course maybe most of the time you through a browser, but still work on a computer. So then, as long as you got ESET and we have EDR solutions, endpoint detection and response, we call it ESET Inspect. So we can help you to monitor all the behaviors on your endpoints, find out any suspicious behavior to protect you from ransomware or some strange script running on the computer, or we can find out is there something called privilege escalations, because if even though you are end user, they still are end user account, they will try to get an administrator account, right? Because they can do more things to hack deeper. So the basic endpoint and EDR can help you to detect and respond all of this. Is that enough? No, it's not enough, because as I said, if there is a user account takeover, the hacker will do something looks more legitimate. And because it's just a login and do some operations, there's no malware, there's no scripting, but there's a bad behavior, right? So we need some additional service. So in Singapore, we in early this year, we launched ESET MDR, which is an add-on service. Okay, if you're using our cloud EDR, which is a package of ESET Protect Elite, will include EDR and endpoints, cloud sandbox, and patch management, whatever. That's a big package. So on top of that, you can upgrade to ESET MDR. So what ESET MDR do for you? We have 24/7 SOC monitoring. Okay, we do threat investigation. We do continuous active threat hunting. Okay, and we will help you to do incident response to help you to contain those malware or suspicious account or suspicious computer. So because as I said, it's difficult to find out for those suspicious behavior if you just rely on human manual administrators in your organization. But with ESET MDR service, we are mix and match with AI and our human expert. So we can help you to find out any suspicious behavior, activities, malware, and many others with our MDR service. So it's roughly how will happen when there's an incident we found. Okay, so first of all, as I said, we have a continuous threat hunting. What does that mean? We will keep monitor all the activities. Really, I mean all. Okay, what means all activities? When there's a when there's a software launch, we will have detection, we have events. When they read some file, they write some file, they go online, download some file, visit some websites, or change your system settings, everything. Okay, each of those activity will be collected, and we will organize some events. Events can be good, can be neutral, can be bad. It doesn't matter. Or all those events we will collect, and we will have some rules to match and find out is there suspicious or can be suspicious activities. Okay, so I think someone called me. Yeah, it's just him. Yeah. So so after those suspicious activities we find, we will organize and do correlations. Then we will help you to investigate and filter with our AI. Our AI will help you to quickly find out is it really just a noise, or that is something really suspicious. For those filter out, we will have a human expert. They just do the decision. Is that a false positive? Is that a real? Should we contain it? Should we remove it? Or even quarantine your computer? Okay, because we have the AI to do all the come see repeating jobs, remove the noise, help to dig out more detail. So when there is a incident, show up to our human expert, it will be a full story already. So they will very easy to find out and then make the decisions, and help you to quarantine or remove the malware, or suggest you disable certain account or whatever. Okay, so this how it works. So how fast can ESET do? You may give a guess. On average, how long it detect and then do to response to contain the malware or attack from attackers? How long? By minutes, you guess. Okay, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Okay, on average. A very good guess. So, do you know the industrial standard for SOC for such kind of MTTR, mean time to response? Do you know? Industrial standard, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. 1 hour. 1 hour. This is actually it's good. It's good because for on average, if you are internal SOC, it's talk about 6 hours. Yeah. So those top or above average SOC, they will do 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. But of course, they may have more improvement later on. But how can we do so fast? Because for ESET, we have very large installation pool, and we have our own threat intelligence, and we have very sophisticated and long history of AI implementations. So we can make use of AI to help us to dramatically speed up the process. Yeah, because for those traditional SOC, those third party, of course nowadays they still using AI, they use ASIM, they use correlation rules, but they still require lots of efforts for the human expert to study and fill up some gaps. That's the major difference. Okay, so if you don't have SOC, just internal support, you guess how many days in average? Give me a guess. Yeah, 3 days? Not possible. 6 months.
6 months.
6 months plus. Let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you what. Okay, if your company don't have a SOC team, that means you are having a normal support team, right? What they do? Support users, right? Fixing printers. I cannot send email. I cannot print. I can go online. My Zoom is very slow. You are busy on all such kind of events every day. Do you think how long they have time to visit the security solution to go through the logs? Never lah, right? Never lah. So why the 6 months? Because ransomware hits. because you find there's something strange happen. Why 6 months? If you read through some common big events reports, like the one hit our MOE, not MOE, MOH. Yeah, MOH, right? Remember the MOH? We steal our important people records, right? So the malware hidden, the Trojan hidden, and there's I think there's one of the branch office for 6 months. Then start to metro movement, steal data, right? So that's average 6 months. Malware hidden on your site, average 5 to 6 months, and start to do bad things. So you are not detect the malware, you detect the bad things. Then you reverse and find or try to find logs. One very important point. Do you know how long those SaaS applications help you to keep the logs? Normal, on average, usually give you no 3 months. If you don't pay extra, they help you keep 3 months only. So how can you find out those events? Maybe okay, the Trojan is come in 6 months 6 months before, but it may be come from some malware emails, but you don't have the log anymore, right? You may able to find the email itself, but if you don't have log, you may not know the where is the first patient number 1 or patient number 0. So this is also a gap to deteriorate our visibility. So we should have a Graylog here. So especially for compliance, we are not compliance or daily security operations. Because I on and off handle some customers, they may hit by ransomware, even they don't got being hit very bad. Maybe just few files, then ESET detect and remove it. Then they will ask, how can it come in? Okay, I have ADR. Yes, I can help you to find out which application or which email it creates that. But where is the email comes in? Is there any other hacking behavior related to firewall or other SaaS application? Oh, if just EDR, I can only see the endpoint stuff, right? So we need a centralized log management. So we call SIM or log management. It depends how you use it. So so for Graylog, we are a central log collection. So we help you to collect all those security logs, extend your retention period. For example, or all your cloud applications, SaaS application, they have some authentication or access log that we can gather it together to make sure you have long retention enough for your logs. So you have data to analyze. In case there's something happen, you will know what actually happens and how to improve it. Yeah, so we have increased the visibility, and with the Graylog, actually we have a security modules that help you to do real-time search and detections. And we come out of the box with some security dashboard, detection rules, open source detection rules, threat intelligence that help you to investigate. Yeah, so this is how Graylog help you. So it can help you to monitor logs from firewall, VPN, AD, cloud applications, SaaS, network device, and any security tools. So it help you to gather those logs. So if you have ESET MDR, so it will look like this one. So for ESET, EDR, and MDR, usually we can help you to contain and handle 70 to 80% of incident. Okay, but that 10 or 20 maybe come with those firewall and others. Then you may consider to adopt the SIM like a Graylog to help you to correlate and find out those last mile. Okay, so for smaller or medium company, they may not have enough budget to run a SIM or run as SOC because it's not cheap, right? Even you outsource, it's not cheap, right? And need not to say have your own SOC, not even you have the money, you're not easy to get the people, right? So, but if you're using ESET MDR, which is you can start from 5 users, right? So very small case, you still can run with a add-on service. Then you can have a fully automated SOC service to help you monitor all your endpoints and servers. But if you need further enhance, or in case you have many cloud applications, then you should have a central log management and integrate with all those logs from the cloud for your application and your identity server, whatever, firewall, storage. Then you can correlate and have a better visibility and detection on that. Yeah, so this is how we suggest how we can bridge the gap for those visibility problems, how to tackle those identity theft and accounts takeover, those attacks. So this is one of the very common attack scenario that we can imagine how ESET and Graylog can help you. So imagine there's a VPN account being stolen. Maybe they're not still stolen from VPN. They're stolen from maybe your internal application, or there's a cloud application you host on the cloud, because both of them link to your Active Directory. So the username password is the same. Okay. So then they use the VPN, log into your VPN. That means they can access to your network. Okay. And in many organizations, they still allow the VPN access to act as a local computer. So they don't have a network segmentations. So they can run a PowerShell with that credential to all of those, try to access, try to run this endpoint, try to run on this server, try to run on this file server. If the account is having enough privilege, it straight away run on that computers. Okay, and then, or they make use of those vulnerabilities. Okay, they may just simply bypass the authentication, they become administrator, and then load something to the data and get data from the server, and extra fill and ransom. So that's one of the way how they can log into your system. Okay, so in between there is no malware, right? They log into your VPN, but there is PowerShell. Okay, then you can detect the PowerShell if your endpoint's smart enough like ESET. But in case that endpoint doesn't have endpoints, or the account there is have high privilege enough, they can disable your endpoints. Then they can go straight, right? So don't make it easy enough. So how we can detect? Of course, on the endpoint side, we can detect the malware, we can detect script, we can detect the login and natural movement behavior, because they will try each computer. So we can detect, and we'll help you to respond and stop that PowerShell or quarantine those computers. Okay. Later on, if you go Graylog, you can find out those firewall logs, AD logs, and VPN logs to find out where they log in from. And the AD can tell you when they start to try your account. So there's an integration to help you to do more visibility. Okay. So there will be login history, endpoint events, how they privilege got escalate, all the network activity will be there. So you just simply go to search. For example, this John account is being stolen. You search by John, and that period of time you will show all the events. Then you do some filter. Very easy. You can investigate through the Graylog. Okay, so Graylog is more on help you to correlate all of those events and find out the root cause and all of the related history. It's very useful when you need to do some case report, because if the attack is related to some PII, you need to do some case report, right? There's a law requirement. Yeah. So what's the value to all our customers? First of all, we further enhance your endpoints detections, and our expert help you to have instant response with a very reasonable cost. We have centralized security visibility. We have a lightning fast instant response and investigations, and reduce the impact of data breach. Well, we are talking about reduce the impact and not reduce the data breach. Why I say so? Because nowadays we are not possible to say we have zero data breach. We should assume someone will get in sooner or later, and we design our network, design our security defense that we can visible and respond fast enough to mitigate those data breach and attacks. Because you will never know this SaaS vendor, do they have a security loophole there, or software with security or vulnerability there. You receive tons of news or this software vulnerability, this vulnerability. Even you blindly patch them, you cannot fix all the problem because the patch doesn't come instantly, right? Is there a vulnerability there? Even we don't say those hidden vulnerability found by hackers. We just talk about those known vulnerabilities by those vendors, which on the CVE list. Not all of them have patches. First, number one. Some of them may not need a patch, but some of them is high risk. But till now, there's no patch, right? So, yeah. Anyway, almost the end. Okay, so so we reduce the data breach. So as a partner, so what you can do, of course, you can try our MDR service, and so on top of our ESET Protect Elite, there will ESET Protect MDR. So we can give a try, and you can try our MDR service. You need not to do much. You just install our endpoint, install our ADR, and then they will automatically turn on the MDR service and will start to help you to monitor. What you need to do is answer a few questions. Do you want to do auto containment? Usually we say yes, and then you choose a few endpoints that you don't want ESET to do containment. For example, you got critical server, or you have a honeypot, then you exclude it. Otherwise, for those normal endpoints and computers, just let us to help you to contain. And then we'll start to run, and we'll show you all incidents we create, what we did, what are the further follow-up suggestion, and you will receive email. And also we come with a service hub. So this is a support tickets that you can load in case you, okay, I found something suspicious. You guys don't have incident, a create incident, help me to further investigate or tell me is that false positive or not. So you can create incident for yourself, or you can ask questions like, for example, the incident they create, they contain something and give you some suggestion. You may have some follow-up questions, or you want to do some follow-up actions. So you can open tickets that will be, because there is a premium support, so they will have a very good SLA that responds you like within 4 or 5 hours, usually much shorter. Yeah, so that guarantee one. Okay, so for Graylog, we can help you to create a POC to test, or you can all simply go to the open source version to play around it first. Then we can help you to upgrade to the security one, that you can have those security patches and auto rules loading in. Yeah, so that's all for today's sharing. Do you guys have any question for me? Oh, yes. Okay, so for the AI part, they are not purely rely on our AI. So the AI mainly job is to remove those known noise. We are not looking at a single case, because we will aggregate all our. So yes, help you to narrow it down. Then we will still have some human expert to help you to do the final decision. So we will not write, and nowadays it is quite easy to find out it is an FP or not, but still need some job to do. So AI can help us like check your signature, check our database account reputations, check is there a recent campaign, etc., etc. So we will quickly remove those noise and single out those we will say suspicious, not confirmed yet. Like for example, as you know, we distribute many solutions. So we have many engines installed to our computers, and we have like some multiple remote access. We have AnyDesk, desktop, TeamViewer all together because we integrate with different vendors. So there will be many PowerShell running every day. Yeah, so it looks suspicious. So then there will be fire up an event, and they find, oh, this is a normal, then they will, and this is a FP. So we will, even it is a false positive, after our expert find it is false positive, we still show it to you and telling you, okay, this field detection, this field detections that will create those events, incident. So we will, after we investigate this false positive, maybe you may review that software or you need not to do anything. So we will have all those records to show to you. So it's very transparent that you will give you confidence, because if we hide it, it's really bad, right? So that's what we show what we do. Yeah. So we are not purely relying on the AI. And you mentioned about AI, there's a higher tier called MDR Ultimate, which is a more customized versions for MDR service. And also we come with an AI advisor. The AI advisor is a tools that you can ask questions that our AI can help you to answer. Like, for example, you find a software which is suspicious, or there will be incident we create. You can ask that AI, say, what's the potential damage, or what a potential reason to cause this, how to fix it, what suggestion you can ask the AI. Yeah, that actually using on our backend and do MDR service. So yeah, this is AI empowered. So we are not purely rely on AI. We use it as tools to speed up our process. Yeah. So no worries that will be a lot of FP or whatever. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So if you're interested, let's try to play around the MDR. I think you will like it. And Graylog, if you're interested, we can help you to do POC, to collect logs and do some correlations, do some dashboard, and have some fun on the correlation and SOC. Okay, so yeah. POC, you mean the Graylog, right? The trial for the security version is 1 month. Yeah, 1 month. But if you just play on open source, you can use it forever. Open source is free. Yeah, but the open source and the security one is open source is basic functions. You can also collect as much as long as you want, but there will be no out of the box correlation rules, out of the box parsers, dashboard, all this. Those is in the paid version, so in the trial and the POC. Yeah. So in case you would like to go into the SIM market or SOC market, you may start from open or do a POC first. It's up to you. Yeah.